Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play. But it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. The wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and tank pants last from the kickoff to the final whistles blow. We'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. The wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques. Just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll raise a roll, from sideline jokes to post-match tales. All the big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our skies. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all
Wasted world of sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Ah, yes. Ahoy, footy fans. Welcome along. Thursday night football. Dolphins versus the Panthers. A season-defining Dolphins versus Panthers. If you joined us for this a round preview, I nearly said season preview. If you joined us for the round preview, how good was it to catch up with the old Panther? His first appearance for season 2025. Certainly not the last. But this is a season-defining game for both of these teams because the Dolphins have just started to find a little bit of form. Just a smidge. The Panthers, this is the closest that they've been to a full-strength squad since round one, which also wasn't full strength, by the way. But I'm just saying, this is now the closest that they've been to a full-strength squad since the opening round. Dylan Edwards is back. Nathan Cleary, of course, was back last week. Welcome along, wherever you may be joining us from. And by that, I mean whichever social media platform you're joining us from. YouTube, TikTok. It's all good. Aussie, ahoy there. But yes, very good to catch up with the old Panther. Gina Ferracini, ahoy there. Jason Calloway, ahoy, mate. Mitchell Vella Sports, ahoy. And of course, Michelle, ahoy there. Hey, 222, ahoy, buddy. Bizarre Panthers, ahoy. All right, hey, let's talk same game multis. Let's talk same game multis for this one. I had a free bet. It's literally a free bet. So, well, okay, let me explain. On Sportsbet, they've offered me a up to $50 bonus bet back if any leg fails. If any leg fails. So I don't have to hit any ticks tonight. So I've gone all out. I've gone absolutely insane with this multi. So we've gone for the hammer. Look, the hammer scored a try last week. I think now that he's broken the drought, that will free him up a little bit. We've gone for the hammer and we've gone for Finafuaki. Finafuaki has actually scored a try in the last 2 games against the Panthers. Can he make it 3? Well, the streak's got to end at some point. Hopefully not tonight, though, so I'm going towards him. Scott Sorensen being back in the squad, I think, opens up Moses Leota and those around him. So I've got, look, Moses Leota's going to cop a sweet pass back on the inside and score under the posts. And, of course, Casey McLean. Casey McLean would have had the absolute rocket put up him for not throwing that pass last week against the Cowboys. So I've got him for any time try score as well. It's a free bet, essentially. It's a $50 wager for a $9,500 return. As the Panthers kick off and the Dolphins have made a mistake on the first tackle. Daniel Saifiti has dropped the ball in contact. The Dolphins have challenged. The Dolphins have immediately challenged the call of a knock-on. Daniel Saifiti has been ruled to have dropped this. Moses Leota is in there. Is there any rake-in motion from Scott Sorensen or Leota? I'm going to say no. This is going to be an error from the Dolphins from the kickoff, and they've lost their challenge. This is a horrendous start. Bruce, ahoy there, mate. Oh, they're having a closer look at it, which suggests that the bunker might feel like there's more to look at. There's no intent to strip. The Dolphins have burnt their challenge on play 1 and dropped the ball. Penrith will have a scrum 10 meters out. Oh, please tell me this has not set the tone for this one. Wow. Blaize Talagi feeds the scrum. Sommerton sends it out to Cleary. Inside ball for Liam Martin. Oh, this is the for those of you who have caught the preview video that the old Panther and I did for this round. This is the week that the Panthers turn it around. Inside ball to Papali'i as they get 6 again here, the Panthers. A set restart, 5 out, dead in front of the posts. Cleary's on the right. He's got Edwards back inside and a change of direction. On tackle 2, Sommerton breaks left for Yo. Cleary, Talagi through the hands. And Casey McLean is wrapped up. 5 meters out. Looking for a quick play of the ball. Doesn't really get it. Dolphins up quickly. Yo, double pumps. Goes on his own. Yo, 5 meters out. Sommerton goes right to Cleary. Liam Martin hits half a gap. 5th and last. 5 meters out. The Dolphins have done well so far, repelling this attack. Cleary dinks it in. Across field for Sorensen. It comes back now for Jenkins. Jenkins with the in and away. And he is shadowed over the touchline. Beautiful defense from the Dolphins. That is fantastic defense from the Dolphins. And they've survived that early raid from the Panthers. Crucial. Absolutely critical that they held on. What a start this has been. Laugh over there on TikTok. Ahoy, mate. Welcome along. I have tipped the Panthers. And the Panthers are actually the start of a monumental same game multi that I've got going on. Now why does this bastard of a thing change every single game? The Dolphins spill it again, but this time it's gone backwards. Oh, they can't hold on to the ball at the moment. The Finns. Marshall King under the pump. Tackle 1. That must have been off a Panther. The Panthers, they've been given the rev up from Ivan, that's for sure. Just outside their own 30 now, the Fins on tackle 3. Kafusi up to the 40. Good strong carry. Still going Kafusi. 4 men to bring him down. Saifidi holds it this time. Out the back. The hammer through the hands. And now Farnworth in space. He's got the hammer on the inside. And the hammer will score. You can't believe it. The hammer scores the opening try for the Dolphins. They repelled the Panthers down the other end. Looked like they were stuck in quicksand. And they've broken out and scored from halfway. Long-range try. And the opening one of the game. That is unbelievable. They created a 3-on-2. Paul Alamotti in no man's land. And there is a tick off our multi. Nice and early. The Panthers continue this run of leaking tries inside the opening 10 minutes. Well, this is absolutely unbelievable. If you've been following my advice, then you would have had money on the Dolphins to be leading after 10 minutes. It's a run that will end at some point. The Panthers will not go the entire season leaking points in the opening 10 minutes. We've got to take advantage of it. That was incredible. The Dolphins, they were going nowhere. They couldn't buy a meter. Captain Redbeard and Mookie, ahoy there. Welcome along. Four points to 0. 4.5 minutes gone. Conversion to come. And we've got to tick off the multi, of course. I'll get to that in a second. I just want to... I want to get this. Katoa from just to the left of the post. Not Katoa, sorry. Asako. Asako hooks it, but it stays inside the near upright. And it's 6 points to 0. The Panthers, every single game, they've leaked a try early inside the opening 10 minutes. They'll be playing catch up again after such a red hot start. Lee McKay, ahoy, mate. Captain Redbeard. It's been a very good day. As the Panthers with the restart. 4 minutes 40 gone, 6 points to 0. The Dolphins. Incredible. All right, so we've got to get the stats. The stats. Why do they change every game? And suddenly that sting is gone from the Panthers' defense. God damn it! Sorry, I'm trying to fix this on-screen thing. As the Dolphins get through their set, the kick goes down to Edwards. I need a producer. I need a producer in studio. There we go. Got it fixed out. All right, Panthers back in possession. We can concentrate now. A tick off the multi. The hammer. Brendan Barker, ahoy, mate. Cleary puts the kick in behind. Hammer caught in midfield. Runs across, though, uses his pace and collects it. 5 meters out from their own line on this near touchline, the Dolphins. 6 points to 0. Hammer with the opening try of the game. It's nice when you've got such a huge multi. So I was telling the story at the top of the stream as the Dolphins bring this out from their own end. I basically got a free bet. It is essentially a complete freebie. If any leg fails, any leg. So I could have got 0 ticks tonight. I would have got money back as the Dolphins now kick from well inside their own 40. Edwards tracks across, stops it with the boot, and it bounces up nicely for him. Dylan Edwards is a welcome return to the team, although he looked a little bit tentative there going into contact. I've got to say, Ivan Cleary looks a little bit concerned. Ivan's usually got the poker face. He looks a tad concerned up there in the coach's box. I don't think he saw this going the way that it's going at the moment. The Dolphins with the first try. Essentially against the run of play in many respects. Up over halfway now. Yo, inside ball for Leota. Fifth and last. Back it goes for Cleary on halfway. Puts it high. The Panthers race through and put pressure on. Was a Panther taken out? It might not matter because Liam Martin has just cleaned up Bostock and two smoking barrels. But the penalty is given. A penalty to the Dolphins. A flop is the call. A flop is the call here. Well, let's see this on replay. Oh, they're not showing a replay of that. The Dolphins only make the kick out to the 20, so they've barely made any meters from it. And that is tackle one. 8.5 gone, 6-0. So, yeah, just explaining about my multi. I've gone all out with it. All out. I basically got a free bet as the Dolphins get another penalty. Back-to-back piggybacks. I understand that we're at Suncorp, but does this referee realize it's not the Broncos playing? Najakat Ali. Ahoy there, mate. As Maxi Plath trying to wind up, well, what little crowd is there. I mean, for a Suncorp game, that's a pretty dismal crowd by the looks of it. Which, again, adds weight to my argument. The Dolphins should be playing in Redcliffe. But I digress. Maxi Plath. And a mistake from the play of the ball. And it's Saifidi again. Tell me it's not. Tell me it is not. Again, Daniel Saifidi. It is Saifidi. Well, Saifidi just can't hold on to the ball tonight. They're in the same spectrum, so easy to get confused, says Captain Redbeard. And at Suncorp, of course, as I've already pointed out. Suncorp, the same color spectrum. Understandable. Inside the 40, Yo puts on some footwork, offloads. Some frantic play here from the Panthers, keeping the ball alive. 25 out from the line. Yo, back inside it goes for Papali'i. Game Mel, ahoy there. 20 meters out now in midfield. Sommerton breaks right, dummies, goes on his own. Takes it to the 10. Fifth and last. Edwards in a dummy half. Goes left for Cleary. Dinks it in behind. Needs it to sit up. And it has sat up for Casey McLean. And the Panthers hit back. And we've got another tick off the multi. Casey McLean scores. We have gone boom, boom inside the first 10 minutes. Back-to-back ticks off the multi. Now, those were the easy ones. Here comes the two tough ones, though. The two tough ones. We've got a prop and a second rower. Casey McLean with the try. 6 points to 4. Kick to come. Panthers head back. Well, this is a glorious start to the same game multi. It's just unfortunate, I suppose, in some respect. The rest of it is going to be so hard to hit. Well, the hammer, I'm afraid I've got to call the hammer out there. "12 minutes gone." So Brendan Barker, essentially, yeah, I never finished the story, did I? As Nathan Cleary lines up this conversion. I got a free bet, basically. Any leg fails, I get cash back up to $50. So I put $50 on for a $9,500 return. Hammer, McLean, Moses Leota, and Finafuake as Cleary converts, puts it down the middle. I have a theory that Sorensen's return will just unlock Moses Leota. Look for a pass back on the inside to an open Moses Leota at some point. And Finafuake has scored 2 times against the Panthers in the previous encounters. That streak has got to come to an end at some point, right? But hopefully he keeps it going tonight. So that's why. I mean, it was a free bet, so I was obviously going all out just to boost it as high as possible, whilst still being somewhat realistic, if you understand what I mean. And so that's what I've done there. So we need now, it's going to be a slow and difficult remaining 2 legs, I think, as there is one of my try scorers, Leota, from the back fence, from the kickoff. 6 points apiece. Down the short side for Liam Martin. 12.5 gone, 6 all. Sommerton thought he spotted some space. Offloads back for Leota. Now Edwards heads across field. Sorensen straightens. Just settles things down here. The Panthers. A little bit helter-skelter. Just got to keep their heads, basically. A kick on tackle 4 here from Cleary. It's charged down by Maxi Plath. It's Plath versus Edwards. Edwards is there many, many meters ahead of Maxi Plath for 6 more tackles. Edwards plays at a meter out from his own try line. Charge down so they can go absolutely anywhere. I still reckon, in all honesty, this is my opinion, in all honesty, if you're good enough to charge the ball down, put pressure on the attacking team and charge it down, and they goof up, they're essentially making a mistake and then benefiting from it for 6 more tackles. I don't think a charge down should restart the tackle count, personally. 5th and last, Cleary puts it high from the 40. Pressure on Bostock at the back, and Martin winds him up. Liam Martin has got his laser sights on Bostock and 2 smoking barrels over there. And despite the fact that it's 6 points to 0, despite the fact that the Dolphins still made absolute mincemeat out of the Panthers' right edge defense, they are looking like a better side in the opening 14 minutes this week, in my opinion. Kerry Armour Brass, ahoy there, mate. Welcome along. 5th and last, Katoa gets the kick away straight down the gullet of Dylan Edwards, who winds up. And this is what they've missed, the Panthers. They've missed that carry from the back. Dane Laurie didn't have the same effect that Edwards had. Nobody has the same effect that Edwards has. And the Panthers bring it back to halfway. Casey McLean, the try scorer. Of course, he scores tries now that I've subbed him out of my fantasy team, doesn't he? Son of a... Anyway, Leota straight up the middle. Leota almost goes through. Oh, he threatened there, Moses. Here's Cleary, 20 out to Edwards, who's up in the line. and 15 meters out. They'll play it on tackle 5 there. Cleary with a little dink over the top, looking for Martin, who bats it back. It's play on at the moment, and the Dolphins have it half a meter out from their own try line. Oh, the Panthers, you can sense it. You just sense it. It is about to click. It is about to just all fall into place for them. Very ominous signs early. Here for the Dolphins. Brendan Barker says Edwards is a machine. He certainly is, and it's so good for the Panthers to have him back. Jake Ponchi, Edders. Ahoy there, mate. Nice to see you again, Jake Ponchi. 5th and last, Katoa gets the kick away. Taken on the fall by Edwards. Oh, it's Jenkins, sorry. Taken on the fall by Jenkins. And he carries it back outside the 40. This is great field position for the Panthers. Harry Brody on TikTok says, up the Panthers. Northern Maori says, ahoy, 2 hits. Nice. Yes, and 2 very, very difficult hits remain. 2 very difficult ones still to go. But 2 hits inside the opening 16 minutes is brilliant. Edwards now holds the pass up nicely for Liam Martin. 5th and last. Cleary in midfield, runs it to the line. Now puts the grubber kick in for himself. Cleary fights for the ball, and it sits up in the end goal for Herbie Farnworth to bat it dead. Oh, the Panthers, it's 6-all, and they leaked that opening try, but they are looking the most like the Panthers of the past 4 years that they have since round 1. Mr. Twirball, ahoy there, mates. I love me some Tigers. And I actually did a preview video on YouTube as the Dolphins go short with the restart. Alamotti bats it back for Edwards. That is a second effort on Edwards and should be a Panthers penalty. And it is. Take the 2. Take the 2. I can't actually share the link, even though it is my own TikTok channel. But if you would like to check out our preview video on YouTube, you can see all my tips. Did a video with my dad, the old Panther, and we went through our tips and predictions for round 6. Yes, Wasted World of Sports, you should find us on YouTube. I do apologize. It'd be so easy if I could just share the link on my own TikTok channel, but for some reason I can't. Tackle 3 here for the Panthers. 5 out. Yo to Cleary. Out the back now for Blaize Talagi. Talagi takes the line on. 5 meters out. Sommerton goes to midfield for Cleary. And Yo, a loose pass out the back. Edwards collects. And Tungo is tackled 10 meters out. Marley Prime, ahoy there, mate. 5th and last. Cleary through the hands to Leota. Leota's cut down. I don't think Leota was expecting it, in all honesty. Moses Leota not expecting that ball. Marley Prime says if Panthers lose this, I'm writing them off. Well, fair enough, Marley. I mean, it would be a brave individual to write off the Panthers, even if they did lose this game. DJ Shaq, ahoy, mate. This is the closest the Panthers have been to full strength. But you've got to remember, there's still no Brian To'o. Mitch Kenny's out this week as Katoa from inside the 40. And it's been taken on the fingertips by Paul Alamotti. Are we watching the cricket or are we watching the footy? Alamotti, one-handed, throws the hand up, takes it on the fingertips, and this is great field position again for the Panthers. Northern Maori, thank you very much for sussing out the YouTube over there from the TikTok. Isaiah Yo, straight up the middle here on play 3. A quarter of the way through this contest. 6 points apiece. Cleary, the double pump out the back for Edwards. Flat pass for Liam Martin. Fifth and last. Cleary, crossfield kick. A little bit of space. Oh, no, this will be a penalty, Dolphins. Jenkins got that horribly wrong. Accidentally, but he got that horribly wrong. Takes out the player in the air. Penalty to the Dolphins. Nothing will ever beat Fatty Vorton's classic catch. Still to this day, the greatest catch in cricket history. Yes, for those who might not have ever seen it, whether it be because you're too young or you just don't follow cricket and didn't see it, yes, you heard me correctly. Paul Vorton, the one and the same, Fatty Vorton, has the greatest catch in cricket history. It's no lie. Check it out on YouTube. 30 out from their own line now, the Dolphins. 6-all. It feels like... It really feels like... UFC behind the toilets in school. Numbers now. Down the short side, and the Dolphins break free. Asako is on the outside, but the hammer's on the inside, and the hammer will go over untouched. The Dolphins, again, completely against the run of play, have smoked the Panthers on the outside, and the hammer gets a double. They caught them short down this near edge. Jake Cavarillo, he had Asako on the outside, hammer on the inside. Take your pick. At least he passed it. In our preview video, we pointed out a couple of occasions last week where players didn't pass the ball. Wow. For the Dolphins, I mean, let's be honest, the Dolphins haven't been in this game. 23 minutes gone, the Dolphins have not been in this contest, so to speak. They've had 2 moments of play where they've broken out from the halfway line, and they're going to find themselves 12 points to 6 ahead. A double for the hammer. Panthers defense is all over the place, says Gandalf the George. Jermaine Asako from about 15 to the right of the post. Puts the conversion over, 12 points to 6. Mr. Twerble needs Alamotti and Herbie to wrap up a 4-player multi. Well, I think, in all honesty, yours has got a better percentage chance than mine. But as I said at the top of the stream, for those that might not have heard it, I had a free bet. I had a free $50 wager. Any leg fails, I get cash back in the form of a bonus bet. So it was a no-brainer to try and win as much as possible. So I've gone for a very low percentage, very high return on mine. I think yours, Mr. Twerble, stands a much better chance of hitting as the Dolphins spill it again on tackle 1 from the kickoff. And it's Finna Fawaki, my boy. He's in my try scorer multi. Well, he's not going to try scores if he's got tits for hands like that. The Dolphins, honestly, how are they ahead? That's the 3rd time they've made a mistake on play 1 down their own end of the field. They've been pinned down in their own territory. Both tries have been long distance from halfway. How are they ahead in this game? Unbelievable. Cleary will kick on play one. Needs it to sit up in behind the line for Tungo. And Max Plath cleans it up in the end goal. And it's a penalty now to the Dolphins. A push in the back. Oh, the Panthers. Ambitious play there. A kick from the scrum. And now they've given away a penalty. DJ Shack says random bollocks is how they're ahead. I can go along with that, that's for sure. Paddy Colkin, ahoy mates, as the Dolphins, a huge touch finder here, will start this set on their own 40. That's a huge kick. And now another penalty. It is another penalty now to the Dolphins. High contact. Oh, the momentum from kicking on tackle one from the scrum. It was ambitious. Feel that momentum swing. Oh, Alamotti shoulder to the face. Alamotti could be in a bit of trouble here. This could be 10 in the bin. This could be 10 in the bin. Paul Alamotti. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Direct contact. No intent to wrap. 10 in the bin. Paul Alamotti, 10 in the bin. Oh, dear. Well, I mean, if we're being realistic, there were clearly mitigating circumstances there. The player wasn't falling, but I believe it was Isaac Tungo. Isaac Tungo went in low and folded the ball carrier in half, which dropped his height. Anyway, we can dissect this for years and still not come up with answers. 30 meters out from the line is all we need to know. The Dolphins with a man up. Nichols plays it on tackle 2. Plath to the hammer. Inside ball for Finafuaki. Fights his way inside the 20. Plath in at first receiver. Taking on the Isaiah Yo role. Maxi Plath, and doing it quite well, I must say. As Marshall King dummies short side goes open for Saifidi. Back to Marshall King. And he is tackled 5th and last now. 5 meters out. Right in front of the post they go. Plath left to Katoa. Nikarima. And here's Farnworth wrapped up. And that'll be the handover. Herbie couldn't get the ball free. They've held on there, the Panthers. Making this game, as DJ Shack rightfully points out in the YouTube chat, they've lost the plot, the Panthers. The last couple of minutes. Kick on tackle 1. Down to 12 men now, as onto the field comes Liam Henry. Gina Ferricini says, wave Dolphin, wave Dolphin. I think that's a wave. Up towards the halfway mark. A nice strong carry there. Liam Henry gets his first touch immediately. 5th and last. Cleary on halfway. Puts the high ball up. The high looping kick. And it's an easy take for Asako at the back. 20 out from their own line. Oh. Racing up quickly. Keeping the Dolphins down their own end. But as has been the story of the game, numbers now to the left. Farnworth to Bostock. Bostock gets on the outside of Tungo. Tungo dives in desperation and brings him down. Oh, the ankle tap of all ankle taps there. The Dolphins from long range again. Katoa. Now, bursting through, goes Avarillo. Dummies on the inside. Edwards tries to make the tackle, but Jake Avarillo scores in the corner. Oh, they're skinning them alive here, the Dolphins. Again, long distance try. Set up from the halfway line. The breakout from halfway. Another long-range try. Oh, this is incredible. Well, I've got to say, I've tried to defend the Panthers all season. There's been excuses. There's been reasons. Oh, it's getting harder to defend them. It's getting harder and harder. This game, of course, far from over. This game, far from over. But it is getting harder and harder to envision. I mean, this is the Panthers close to full strength. I understand that they're not full strength. There's still no To'o. There's still no... Well, Mitch Kenny not playing this week. They've had injuries every week. They've not had the same side 2 weeks in a row. Oh. Asako from the sideline. Big conversion. This one hooking it back around. Jermaine Asako puts it right down the middle. Jermaine Asako right down the middle of the post. And it's the Dolphins well and truly on top here. Panthers, 3 long-range tries that they've leaked. Absolutely incredible. We are running out of defense for them. And look at the momentum that the Dolphins are carrying now from the back fence. Ten minutes to go till the halftime break. 18 points to 6. 3 tries to 1. Ollie is the best. Ahoy, mates. And they come up with another mistake in their own half, the Dolphins. Another mistake. Knocking on early in the tackle count, although at least it was a little bit later in the count this time. Yes, the number 17 there, Josh Kerr. I'm afraid, even if they had a challenge remaining, I'm afraid he had no defense there on that one. Cleary goes down the short side for McLean. Tackled on the halfway. Liam Martin crashes it up inside the 40. Inside ball for Lindsay Smith. Smith carries inside the 30. Stands in the tackle. Cleary inside to Edwards. Heads back towards the post. Shrugs off one. And a nice strong carry. Dylan Edwards up the middle. Trying to get them some go forward here. 12 on 13. Flat pass at best from Cleary there. But I've noticed we don't call forward passes anymore. Cleary bobbles it to Tungo. Puts the kick through. And Bostock scoops it up. Bostock has lost the ball. It's going to be a full set of 6 for the Panthers. A crucial little period of play here. 12 on 13. Panthers, they need some reward. They've had all the possession, all the territory. To find themselves behind 18-6 is insane to me. Just based purely on stats. Purely statistically. The fact that the Panthers are behind in this game is insanity. Anyway, scrum down, Cleary. Inside ball for Sorensen. Sorensen bobbles. 10 meters out in front of the post. Talagi to Cleary. Dummies. Cuts back in field. Well wrapped up by the Dolphins defense, and he's lost the ball. Nathan Cleary's dropped it. Nathan Cleary, just like the last week with Cohen Hess, he has been lined up by one of the big forwards from the opposition and forcing the mistake. Oh, dear. That's a big mistake. That was a big moment of the game. If they had have been able to come... Oh, God, I just can't believe this. 14 of 19 completions from the Dolphins. $14 from 19. How in the hell are they ahead by 12? Tackle 2. Starting out of dummy half and wrapped up on play 3. A minute and a half left in the bin for Alamotti. Marshall King back down the short side. They've had success here, but a hammer back in field for Avarillo. Gets the ball free for Katoa. Katoa's up over halfway. Ducks under a couple. 5th and last. Nikorima in midfield puts the kick up. It's not contestable. Edwards should take it easily and does. Down the short side. Lindsay Smith, is it? No, that's Jenkins. Oh, why do so many of these players look the same? Sorensen out to the 40. Yes, indeed, TJ Shack. Dolphins, they're ahead in the one thing that matters, the one stat that matters, the scoreboard. It's a funny old game sometimes. Sommerton, dummies, trying to run from dummy half. 5th and last, Cleary puts the kick up. It's a little too heavy to contest, and the hammer takes it under no pressure at the back. Alamotti ready to come back onto the field. 5 minutes to go till the halftime break. Through the hands they go. Oh. Andrew Johns is on the Bostock bandwagon. I was watching Freddie and the Eighth on YouTube, the podcast, and he was on about Bostock as a bolter for Origin. I couldn't help but notice that he's talking about it again on television commentary. He's on the Bostock bandwagon as Edwards takes this kick, but he's wrapped up. A great chase from Donahue, and the Donahue show puts him down. 10 out from their own line. Panthers with 4 minutes to go till halftime. They've just got to get to... I can't believe I'm saying this about the Panthers again. I feel like this is like the 4th week in a row that I'm saying it about the Panthers. They just have to get to halftime. Get themselves to halftime with no more damage being done. Edwards to Talagi, who spills it. Blaize Talagi drops it. He's knocked it back into his own face and dropped the ball. And the Dolphins will have another chance here before the break. 37 minutes gone. 18-6, a try at the break would almost seal it. Almost. Down the short side. 40 meters out. Avarillo plays it. Fuaki. Strong carry. Taken on the 30 for play 2. Donahue, dummies, takes the line on, but well read by the Panthers defense here. 20 out. Left they go. Katoa to Nikorima. Nikorima is lined up by Liam Martin. Quick play the ball down the short side. Scoots Herbie back in field. He's got nobody to pass to. 5th and last. Big play. Donahue to Katoa. Out the back to the hammer. Numbers here for the Dolphins, but it's been dropped by Avarillo. Oh, what a let-off. Catch and pass, and Asako's in the corner. A catch and pass, and Asako scores untouched. What a let-off that is for the Panthers. Canes, ahoy there, mate. Canes on TikTok says, I'm on Trindle for 6 for Origin. Oh, good Lord. Oh, boy. Canes, I'm a big Shark supporter, as we all know. Sharks are my team. But I'm sorry, I don't think any of our Sharkies are getting near Origin in 2025. Not even close. Natalie Green on YouTube says, Go Panthers. Immortal Wolf, ahoy mates. Immortal Wolf says, Go Dolphins. DJ Shaq, I don't think I was too hard on him. I simply called out the error and said that was a big let-off for the Panthers as Jenkins goes down the outside, puts the kick back in field, but he puts it straight into the covers, and it's taken by the hammer. And again, for the Panthers, just poor decision-making. He needs to cut back in field there, take the tackle. Elizabeth Tamal. That's... I don't think I've ever seen Elizabeth spelt that way. That is fantastic. Steel Wombats. I got Dolphins win, hammer try, Farnsworth try, $14 odds. Very nice. Quentin Paul says, Go Rabbits. He's getting in early for the Rabbitohs game. Dolphins back inside Panthers territory. 10 seconds to go till the break. Numbers again down their short side. Avarillo with the flick pass. Asako collects it on the bounce. And it's been lost now by Fuaki. And that will be half time. 18 points to 6. Oh, penalty's gone to the Panthers. The penalty's gone to the Panthers. Cleary can put this into touch and go for a 2-point drop goal. Adam Reynolds style. If he gets enough distance. Well, he's got more than enough distance. More than enough distance. Do they go for a 2-point drop goal here? The Panthers. Nathan Cleary has found touch 25 meters out. I think he overcooked it, to be honest. He gave it too much room. And here we go. 2-point drop goal attempt from Cleary. Charge down. And this could sit up for the Dolphins, but Edwards dives on it. Oh, boy. Oh. Heart attack stuff. That charge down could have gone absolutely anywhere. And the way that this game's gone, the Dolphins, all long-distance tries. I wouldn't have rolled out that bounce sitting up perfectly for them to get another one. 18 points to 6 at the halftime break. Dolphins over the Panthers. Unbelievable. That could have gone absolutely anywhere. that ball. That was danger. Danger stations. All right. I wonder what kind of cash out they're offering me at halftime. They are offering me nothing at the moment. Still waiting for an update. That'll update after the halftime break. DJ Shaq says, why not just roll the dice and go for a try? You got nothing to lose. Exactly. They took it conservatively, and it nearly cost them 6 points. I mean, can you imagine? That charge down could have... I mean, we've seen it multiple times, DJ Shaq, right? Not just in rugby league, but in rugby union as well. How many times do you see it? Those charge downs can go anywhere. That could have sat up for Kurt Donahue. It could have bounced right onto his chest, and he scores under the posts. If you're going to take that kind of risk 6 points rather than 2. Yeah, risk versus reward, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. The risk versus reward there. The 2 points really doesn't do anything for them, does it? Really? Anyway, what an interesting, intriguing first half of football. The Dolphins should not be ahead, let alone by 12. I mean, it's as simple as that. No disrespect to the Dolphins, but statistically, this is completely against the run of play, this whole thing. But you can't take, you can't take that away from them, of course. And I'm not trying to take it away from them. I'm simply stating, statistically, the Dolphins shouldn't even be in this game. $18 points to 6, though it is at the break. 2 legs of the 4 legs, the most ridiculous bet that I've ever placed. In all honesty, the craziest bet that I've ever put on. And we're halfway there at the 40-minute mark. The game's been played way too expansively from both teams, though. To be honest about my own bet, far too expansive. I don't think any of those tries are happening up the middle. Both teams are chucking the ball around. Dolphins are scoring from long range. DJ Shaq says that botched field goal accurately depicts Penrith's first half performance. Dominating territory in possession, but lacking execution and game sense when it matters the most. I still can't believe that kick from the scrum. So, just for those who might not have seen it, Dolphins made a mistake early in the tackle count, coming out of their own end, dropped the ball 10 meters out, scrum down, Panthers. They go out one pass to the right to Nathan Cleary. Cleary puts a kick through into the in goal on tackle 1. Tackle 1, kick through. And they end up giving away a penalty for a push in the back on the kick chase. I mean, that's just one example of where the Panthers have just been bizarre tonight. Really bizarre. Decision making. The execution's obviously been lacking. Blaize Talagi dropping that ball cold right on the stroke of halftime. The break down the sideline early in the tackle count. It might have even been play 1. Jenkins tries for the infield kick rather than stepping back in field. Take the tackle, play the ball with the forward momentum. Jenkins. Again, it's the young fella. Well, Cleary's kick through was, I can't explain that, but yeah, the other mistakes at least have been the young fellas. Jenkins down the sideline. Decision making that comes with experience. He will develop that part of his game in time. It was clearly the wrong decision to put that kick back in field. And maybe if he executed a little bit better, maybe, but I still say that was the wrong decision. Take the tackle, get front foot ball, you score in the next couple of sets, rather than going for all the glory on play one. All right, I better have a quick break before the second half gets underway. The Dolphins have completed 16 from 23. 16 from 23 completions, and they're ahead by 12. Blows my mind. All right, quick break, and I'll be right back.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play. Blaize the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and tank pants last from the kickoff to the final whistles blow. We'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques. Just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll wave the road from sideline jokes to post-match tales. All big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our skies. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporting crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Oh, wasted world of sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer. Yeah.
Wasted world of sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack. Ahoy! He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
All right. Halftime here, 18 points to 6. The Dolphins. DJ Shack says, smash that like button so hard you're on report and in the sin bin for 10 by proxy. I like that. I like that. That's fantastic. Yeah, right. Says, reckon Penrith can come back. Got Panthers plus 7.5. Well, okay. Let's realistically assess this game at halftime, right? Okay, Panthers have dominated possession, dominated territory The Dolphins are only completing at like 70% or less, thereabouts. All the Dolphins' tries have been long range. So Penrith can come back. 18 points to 6. That is far from game over. I don't care who it is. It doesn't matter who's playing. This could be Melbourne Storm against the Canberra Raiders, and Melbourne are up 18-6 at the break. It's not game over. There is certainly, if the Panthers can just tidy a couple of things up, they should still win this game, in my opinion. They should. I mean, the Dolphins haven't been bad. It is my birthday, Jason Calloway. Yes. So, especially at plus 7.5. I mean, plus 7.5, they've only got to get one more try, right? So, one more converted try. So that you should be right with that one, at least. I can't imagine the Panthers losing by more than 8, more than 7.5. It's going to be an interesting second 40, though. The Panthers, we haven't really seen this from them. And as DJ Shaq said in the chat earlier, on the YouTube chat, he said earlier, it had to happen eventually. The Panthers drop-off had to happen eventually. I wasn't expecting it to happen this year, though, in all honesty. I mean, they've still got the core of a solid team when they're at full strength. When they're at full strength. We have not seen still a full-strength Panthers, though tonight is the closest since round 1. Round 1, they were missing Brian To'o. All through the remainder of the games, you know, Nathan Cleary's been out. Sorensen's been out. Dylan Edwards has been out for 3 weeks. It's just it's a body language thing too, as well, right? Like, the Panthers now run out for the second half. There's some heads down that you don't expect to see. The body language is just different. Like 18-6 at halftime in years gone past, the Panthers are still running out with their heads held high, looking confident. There's just some body language issues there, I think, as well. Now the Dolphins, in contrast, they come out for the second half. All the heads are up. Absolutely nobody is looking down at the ground like we saw from the Panthers. Smiles on the faces. Nobody is looking despondent at all. They have run out for this second half with confidence. Body language is a big thing, right? Am I suggesting that I enjoy looking at bodies? Yes. Kangaroo Link Dragon says, do you know what it means? Dolphins, Panthers, halftime, full-time double. Okay. Dolphins dash Panthers, halftime, full-time double means you're picking the Dolphins to lead at the halftime break, but the Panthers to win by the end of the game. As an early shift from the kickoff here from the Panthers, out into midfield, and Lindsay Smith is wrapped up. Sorensen with a carry out to the 20. Edwards hands it off inside for Yo. And Yo's picked up, carried forward a couple of meters. Dolphins, your try line's that way. You need to be other direction. Defend the other direction. Edwards carries on the fifth and last. He hasn't made the amount of meters tonight. I know it's his first game back from a 3-week layoff, but he hasn't really made the impact tonight that we expect as Cleary kicks from inside the 40. Taken on the full by Asako at the back, and the Dolphins will start this set in decent field position, 30 out from their own line. Bostock and 2 smoking barrels. Gets the inside ball. 40 out, Dolphins. Now, Farnworth changes direction on the fly. Are the Dolphins going to score 24 points? Well, it's only one more converted try. They've got 6 again here on the halfway mark. Katoa to Nikorima. Flat pass there to Donahue. The Dolphins. Donahue at first receiver again. Katoa hands it off into Pinafuaki. 20 out from the line. Marshall King to Donahue. Donahue's been heavily involved. 10 meters out, 2 tackles left. Panthers defense retreating. They've got 6 more. It's another set restart. Panthers caught offside. Oh, this could be the game right here. 10 out. This is a huge set of 6. Nichols up the middle. He's held 5 meters out in front of the posts. The Dolphins, I talked about that body language coming out of the sheds. Inside ball for Lemuelu. Bumps off 1. Hamish McKenzie, ahoy mate. Nichols is taken. It's another set restart. Marshall King fires it out now to Donahue, who has to dive forward to take it. Bumps off the tackle. Inside ball for Finafuaki. Finafuaki goes close. Oh, that would have been solid for the multi. Katoa now to Josh Kerr. Gets the arms free and offloads for Lemuelu. And the Dolphins have scored. The Dolphins get another. Well, we talked about the body language coming out of the sheds. The Dolphins just carried so much confidence in their body language, whereas the Panthers looked completely despondent. And even the reaction to that try from Dylan Edwards speaks volumes. 22-6. Wow. Incredible. We were so close to Finafuaki as well. Finafuaki was so close. Hamish McKenzie, you'd buy me a beer, but the Switch 2 has made you poor. That's all good, Hamish. Just shout happy birthday from out the front of your place, and I'll see if I can hear you.
The Couch Guardian said /TDS happy escaping the womb day.
Oh, cheers, Hamish. Happy escaping the worm day. I love it. You are all just lucky that I'm not wearing my birthday suit. 24-6. The Dolphins, the Panthers got a long way back. A long way back now. They pretty much needed to be the first team to score in the second half, although it was an early try. 24-6. Try scorers all over the show there for the Dolphins, although I don't think that's updated. No. DJ Shack says, save that for OnlyFans. I don't think anybody would subscribe to my OnlyFans. All the momentum here with the Dolphins up over halfway. A couple of tackles left. The Hammer takes the carry inside the 40, fifth and last. Katoa puts the kick high. Pressure on Jenkins. Jenkins bobbles it, spills it. Dolphins are in possession. Finafuaki's got the loose ball. Here they come again, the Dolphins. Oh, yes, the Panthers are done. We can almost officially put the line through them for 2025. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Tackle 2, 5 out. Marshall King to Nikorima. Hammer taps the pass on. It's loose. And cleaned up at the back by Herbie Farnworth. The Hammer, inside ball, hands it off for Donahue. Donahue's been immense. 10 meters out, Marshall King to Katoa. The Hammer, inside for Avarillo. Avarillo's been dangerous. Fifth and last. Katoa puts the grubber kick through. Cleary collects the ball and is tackled in the end goal. Goal line dropout. 24-6 it remains. But the Panthers, boy, they're under the pump. Big time here. Big time. Panthers go short with the restart. It's off the Dolphins. Edwards has it. Sends it into midfield for Yo. Through the hands to Cleary. Cleary to Tungo. Tungo's got Alamotti in space. Alamotti gets away from Nikorima. Steps back inside Farnworth and brings it just short of the 20-meter line. That was some risky, dangerous play there from the Panthers. Hamish is asking if I'm going to see the Minecraft movie. No, I don't like to watch my own movies. It's just something really awkward about watching yourself on the big screen. Through the hands now. Cleary to Edwards. Tungo gets the fend on Farnworth. Farnworth holds on. And the Panthers up over halfway. 35 out. Edwards at first receiver. Bobbles the ball. He certainly hasn't come into this game fit and firing, Edwards. Cleary down the short side, puts it high. They need a result sometime soon, the Panthers. It's not going to be off this play. Penalty, though, to the Panthers. It is a result. A player taken out from the kick chase. And a penalty to the Panthers. There's now a lot of passion in this game. A lot of aggression sneaking in. As the Panthers feeling the pump. Here's Liam Henry. Tackle 1. 5 meters out. Panthers. They need to scrub off that Dolphins try. ASAP. Lindsay Smith with a strong carry. Stands in the 2-man tackle. Now he's brought to ground. Schneider from dummy half. Who's obviously on for Sommerton. I'm gathering. Cleary has to go back for it. Flat pass across the face of the defense to Liam Martin. Inside the 10. But the Dolphins' defense can't be broken at the moment. Pass back for Yo. Now they've got numbers. Blaize Talagi gets it to McLean. McLean tries to duck under the tackle of Asako. And he's told to go back and play it. Oh. Penalty to the Panthers. A dangerous tackle. Cheers, Gamer Mel. I appreciate the birthday wishes. Full set of 6 here for the Panthers. Cleary taps it, gives it to Yo. Inside ball now for Henry. 5 meters out. in front of the posts. Schneider goes right for Cleary. Inside for Martin. Martin heads back towards the posts. Fires it across. And there's Lindsay Smith to take tackle 2. The defense of the Dolphins. Talagi, dummies, takes the line on. And he's wrapped up 5 meters out. Schneider brings it back open side. Yo at first receiver. Offloads back for Schneider. Dummies the kick. Edwards straightens. 10 meters out from the line on play 4. Cleary with some front foot ball at last. Tungo with the double pump holds it up for Alamotti. Alamotti has taken over the sideline. Oh, this Dolphins defense. This is premiership winning defense. Premiership winning defense here from the Dolphins. Bostock and 2 smoking barrels and the hammer take him over the sideline. Well, I mean, if you want to be really critical, that was high contact because Bostock literally grabbed Alamotti's hair. That's if you want to be really overly critical. And the Dolphins, oh my God, that defense on their own goal line. Been absolutely immense. Outside the 40 now, the Dolphins carry. Mr. Twirble's given up on the multi. Oh, I wouldn't give up yet. There's still over a quarter of the game. There's still 30 minutes left. As Katoa puts it high on the 5th and last. Jenkins dropped the last one. He takes this one. Back to Edwards in midfield. Hospital pass that Edwards has made chicken salad out of and carries it out to the 20. Jenkins brings it outside the 30. UFC, it's quite simple. They've been ravaged by injuries. They haven't had a full strength first choice 18 all year long. I mean, that's part of it. Their depth has been tested like no other season because of the injuries. It's hard to get combinations going in attack and defense if you've got different players in different positions every single week. You know what I mean? So, 5th and last here for Cleary. Puts it high. If they can get a settled team, they will still put a run on at the back end of the season and make the 8. Beware the second kick. Cleary puts it in and it goes into touch. Jordan Matthews says, who would the Panthers beat in a game right now? Oh, definitely the Sharks. Sharks, Raiders, Titans. Sharks, Titans, Raiders. Ooh, who else? I'm struggling. To think who else. Nichols down the short side. Oh, I don't think they would. Captain Redbeard beat the Dragons. I don't think they would. Nicarima inside ball for Farnworth. Offloaded back for Marshall King. 5th and last, Dolphins. 54 minutes gone. Taken by Jenkins. Jenkins this time elects to go into contact. On their own 20 here, the Panthers. Alamotti with a big, strong carry. They need more of that. Edwards up over halfway. Puts the fend on Marshall King. Gets away from Marshall King. Edwards straight up the middle. Offloads for Talagi. Talagi will take the tackle inside the 20. Some front foot ball. Down the short side goes Cleary. Cuts back open side. Talagi pops it on for Schneider. Smith to Edwards. Edwards is tackled in midfield. 10 out. That's the fifth and last. The scrambling defense of the Dolphins. Boy, it's been impressive. Cleary now. Huge cutout pass to nobody. And it's into touch. Right idea, wrong execution. And the Panthers again. Into touch it goes. That was probably the last chance for Alamotti, Mr. Twirbel. Alamotti, of course, played in the centres last year. He was very far infield on that play. Cleary was throwing that cutout pass to the wing. Alamotti was standing at centres. Interesting. I might be over-analysing, but yeah, it was interesting placement there from Alamotti. Ivan Cleary, that is the look of a resigned man right there. Resigned to his fate. And they've got a lot of work to do, the Panthers. But as I said, they haven't had a full-strength team all year long. If they can overcome the injuries with enough time left in the season, as Edwards now returns it, I don't think they would beat the Eels at the moment, Captain Redbeard, just based on the fact purely the Panthers, like even when the Panthers went on their premiership run 4 years in a row, they struggled against the Eels, even back then, didn't they? So if they struggled against the Eels at the best of times, what hope do they have at the worst of times? As Talagi now to McLean, who passes on to Jenkins. Jenkins puts the kick back through, and it's another shocker. It sits up for Katoa, and Katoa will be wrapped up and driven back towards the end goal. He's centimetres short. Oh, the Dolphins' defense scrambling again to shut down the play. And now they've created space for themselves, the Dolphins. Zavarillo cuts back on the inside, and he's taken still inside the 20. But that was a good 18-meter burst upfield. Jake Avarillo has outrun Dylan Edwards so far in this game. As Farnworth will take tackle 4. The Panthers again. I thought Jenkins would have lost his kicking duties. Fifth and last. Katoa, a low flat kick, looking for touch, and it's going to be off the Panthers. It wasn't played at, and into touch it goes. Not played at, so it doesn't count. Dribbles into touch, and the Panthers will have the ball here in good field position. Running out of time again as we approach the final quarter of this game. 24 points to 6. 3 converted tries just to level it in the final 20 minutes. We know the Panthers are capable, but they haven't really shown signs of having the execution tonight. Yeah, UFC, it's way too early to be writing anybody off for the 8. And another mistake here from the Panthers. Another mistake from the Panthers. Dolphins will get the ball. It's too early to be writing anybody off. The Panthers have not had a full strength squad all year. If they get their final starting 18 and sneak into the 8, look out, is all I'm going to say. Look out. If they can overcome the injuries and have a full strength squad available, they're still a premiership team. The full strength starting squad. But their depth is being tested. Their depth is being tested like no other time over this 4 or 5 year period. 20 minutes to go in this game. Fifth and last now for the Dolphins. 30 meters out. Nikorima puts it high in front of the posts. Edwards moves forward. It's been lost backwards, though. Beware the second kick. And Alamotti collects it. He's now driven back towards the end goal. But he stays in the field of play somehow. But the Panthers are under the pump here big time. The Dolphins, the aggression in defense. Tackle 3. They're a meter out from their own line. Who from the starting 18 do they not have tonight? As the ball is spilt, and it's picked up by the Dolphins to score the match winner. Jake Cavarillo scores under the post. The match-winning try. Another mistake from the Panthers. And Jake Cavarillo has scooped it up. Oh, it's gone up as no try. The player on the ground. Offside. Penalty Panthers. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, God, they've just been handed a lifeline. The lifeline of all lifelines. The lifeline of all lifelines right there. Wow, who'd have thought Billy Slater doesn't know the rules of the game? That's hilarious. Where's Michelle for that one? This is her moment. This is her moment to like pile on Billy Slater. And not in a sexual way. She can pile on Billy Slater right now. She's missed it because of the gay FL. That's funny. Panthers have been handed a lifeline, and they now march up over the halfway mark. Edwards to Liam Martin in space. Martin gets the fend on Plath. Plath brings him down. Huge defense again. Edwards in midfield. Cut out pass to nobody. Bounces up kindly for Jenkins. Jenkins will swing back in field. That's the fifth and last. To Cleary. Puts it high. Should be a contestable kick. Leota chases through. The Dolphins let it bounce. It's better back for Edwards. Beware the second kick. And Alamotti spills it. Alamotti spills it, and the Dolphins back in possession. The Dolphins scrambling defense. I mean, words escape me. Words escape me. But just how good the Dolphins have been tonight. Frick Cheese says, how was that not a try? Apart from the blatantly obvious offside player laying in the ruck with his knees up. Gina Ferracini says, love Slater so he can say what he likes. Fair enough. Fifth and last. And the kick down to Jenkins. 63 and a half minutes gone. Panthers. Time is running out at a rapid pace. Kafusi ready to come back on for another stint. Still no cash out option. Oh, there we go. It's me. They're offering me a cash out on that bet of $1.25 as Talagi almost gets on the outside. Cleary with no options. He's tackled on the fifth and last. So who's going to kick? It's going to be Blaize Talagi down the short side. And that's a shocker. Straight down the throat of the hammer. I mean, that's just a shit kick. I'm sorry to be so direct, but that was just a shocking kick from Talagi right down the throat of the hammer at the back there. Vinny, welcome along. Vinny is new to the stream, people. Make him feel welcome. Kofusi down the short side as the Dolphins take tackle 4 now on the halfway mark. And now up over halfway on play 5. They don't have to do anything ridiculous here, the Dolphins. Nikorima down the short side, puts it high. Edwards is under it, under no pressure at the back. Heads across field, Edwards links up with Jenkins. They've got some space now, the Panthers. Jenkins goes straight through, and he's brought down. Oh, hello, white ass. 30 meters out from their own line, the Panthers. Edwards. Will play it just short of the 40. Here's Isaiah Yeo heading cross field. Now he straightens, found his target, and straightens up. The one-handed scoop from Schneider for Leota. And now Talagi, a stupid pass around the back, hands it to the Dolphins on halfway. Asako collects the loose ball. The hammer will play it on tackle 2. Now 66 minutes gone. Marshall King goes quickly. They had numbers down that short side, the Dolphins. Panthers realized this and raced up quickly. "30 meters out. Donahue to Nikorima. And jamming in again. Oh, if Farnworth gets that pass away. 5th and last. Oh, Farnworth's hurt. He's trying to get some feeling back into that leg. 5th and last. Katoa puts the kick up. Contestable. Hammers flying through, putting pressure on Edwards. Edwards loses it back, and penalty to the Panthers for a flop. He was tackled in the air, or there was a flop. Take your pick. It was a double penalty. A double penalty should be 2 kicks for touch, right? That's a rule that would make it interesting. Brendan Barker, 4.5 Carlton Drought longies so far. Very nice. Maybe one day we should rename the channel Alcoholics Anonymous. Although I'm pretty sure that name might be trademarked. Just a thought. 13 minutes left to play. The Panthers, they've got to score now, basically. They've got to score this set of 6. Otherwise, there's pretty much no time left for these remaining 3 tries. Teams are capable of scoring a couple of tries in 10 minutes, but they need one now. Schneider goes left for Talagi to Edwards. They've got numbers, the Panthers. McLean takes the line on. 5th and last. It's to Talagi for the kick. Grubbers into the end goal. Needs it to sit up, and it's battered dead by the hammer. Oh, that's a result, and that was a better kick. That was a better kick from Talagi. UFC asks if I've ever been to an AA meeting. No, funnily enough. Those meetings are for people that have a problem and are doing something about it. Respect, mad respect to them. I didn't mean that to sound in any way negative, if indeed it did. No, it's a system that's in place for people who have issues. Through the hands now. McLean gets on the outside. Casey McLean close to the sideline. 11 minutes to go. Talagi to Cleary. Yo in midfield. Schneider through the hands. They come, the Panthers. Big hit there from Bostock and two smoking barrels. Shuts that play down on the 10-meter line. Yo at first receiver to Lindsay Smith, who cuts through half a gap. 5 out, fifth and last. Schneider goes left where Cleary waits to Talagi. Pops out to Jenkins, but it's been battered down by the Dolphins. And they'll get a full set of 6. Still 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go. $24 points to 6. At 18-6, I think it's still game on, but 24-6, the Dolphins, I do believe, have done enough. Avarillo down in back play. Seems to be favouring the shoulder. Jake Avarillo. Mr. Twerble says that passing game shined how they were the last 4 years. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the Panthers at full strength. The Panthers at full strength are still a top 8 team, are still a premiership threat, 100%. We just haven't seen it yet this year. I would love to see what this team's capable of at full strength. 10 meters out, played in midfield. Talagi, double pump to Smith. Does well to hold on to the bobbled pass. This is helter-skelter stuff. The pass goes out the back to nobody. They've lost about 10 meters now, the Panthers. Schneider collects it and just settles the play down. And Schneider almost sneaks through. Almost caught them napping. 9 minutes to go. Yo. We'll take the line on. Alicia says Penrith are not playing the game. Cleary cuts back in field. He'll play it 5 meters out. Flat pass in front of the post to Yo. Back it comes for Edwards and Papali'i. Fifth and last. The Dolphins defense again holds firm. Schneider to Smith. Cleary now. Fires the cutout pass for Jenkins. Back in field for McLean. McLean will grub a kick into the end goal. And the hammer bats it dead. The Dolphins defense scrambles. Out enthusing. That's the word I think I'm looking for. Oh, it's Casey McLean's down now. Casey McLean is now down. Oh, more injuries for the Panthers, it seems. More players down. Amy Deem says Panthers would be so good with To'o. I don't know about so good because they're still missing Mitch Kenny. And now Casey McLean's leaving the field. Oh, more injuries for the Panthers. Oh, no, he's staying on. Dolphins go short with the restart. Batted back, and Edwards bobbles it, spills it backwards, but he's got it. Fires it into midfield for Leota. Leota steps and straightens. 8 minutes to go. Time is officially out for 3 tries. Time is officially up for the Panthers for 3 tries, but they could get a couple. They could jag a couple and make this respectable. Cleary, dummies, takes the line on. Tackle 10 meters out. Schneider goes from dummy half. Loses the ball out the back. It's been scooped up by Talagi. Oh, so close. Tackle 4. Just a couple of meters short here. Schneider flies it across for Yo. Smith has half a gap. Can't get the arms free. Cleary will kick, and it's way too heavy, but Bostock plays at it and kicks it back in field for a try. Moses Leota! Bostock has seen my same-game multi and said, happy birthday, my friend. Bostock, I love you. Bostock, with the brain fart of all brain farts, kicks the ball back into the waiting arms of Moses Leota for another tick off the multi. What in the hell was Bostock doing? Apart from helping me out on my birthday. Moses Leota with the gift of all gifts. Tries confirmed. Cleary converts. It's 24-12. We've got another tick off the multi. Let's see if they have upgraded my cash out option here. My cash out option is currently at 49 cents. It's now, okay. Cash out $116.32. I should take that, shouldn't I? I should absolutely take that. $116.32. I should take that with that Leota try because Finafuaki is not scoring. Finafuaki is not scoring in the next 6 minutes. That is a hell of a value cash out. Jack Bostock has just given me a hell of a birthday present. Bostock and 2 Smoke and Barrels has said, happy birthday, Western World of Sports. 24-12, the Panthers passing inside their own goal line from the kickoff. This is unreal stuff. Isaiah Yo carries outside the 20. Talagi at first receiver. Cleary holds the pass up. Almost scoots through a gap. 5 minutes to go. Quick play the ball. Talagi back inside for Schneider. Schneider puts the kick in over the top. Needs the bounce for Edwards. Edwards puts the second kick in. Looking for Jenkins. It's Jenkins versus the hammer. It's loose in the end goal. And it's over the dead ball line. Oh. Why would you kick one-on-one against the hammer? Draw him in and pass the ball. Draw him in and pass the ball. Jenkins goes after this one. Play on there. Who's it gone out off? Jenkins. Off Jenkins' legs at that point, I think. Casey McLean dives at it and loses it. Oh, and then it's off Bostock. Knocked dead off Bostock. Goal line restart. Casey McLean misses it completely. Goal line dropout is the call. 5 minutes to go. The Dolphins, they go deep. They send it deep. Cleary loses it backwards. And it's collected by Smith. Gives it off to Leota. And they start this set now just inside Dolphins territory. 5 minutes to play. Cut out pass over to the left for Luke Garner to carry it forward. 30 meters out. Yo takes the line on. Takes it inside the 20. They need to score off this set. How many times have we said that tonight, though? Lindsay Smith takes tackle 4. Snyder to Cleary. Bad pass. Terrible service. Cleary back to Smith, and now Talagi. Inside it goes for McLean. Casey McLean loses the ball, and the Dolphins are back in possession. And it's all the youngsters. Like, we won't be too critical of them. But once again, for the Panthers, it's been all the youngsters coming up with the big mistakes. Four minutes to go. Brian To'o there on the sideline like, oh, for the love of God, let me out there. Let me out there. I mean, honestly, the Panthers already have one extra try. If Brian To'o is playing, they have that try as Nikorima now kicks it out on the full. I bet it's a penalty, Dolphins. Nikorima puts it out on the full, but it's a penalty, Dolphins. Going for the charge down, Papali'i has made contact with Nikorima, and you can't make contact with the leg. It's as simple as that. As simple as that. Katoa puts this into touch. 3 minutes to go. $20 meters out. Kafusi stands in the tackle. Played back now. Katoa inside for Saifidi. Saifidi's chopped down 10 meters out. Katoa inside ball for Plath. Maxi Plath goes close. Crash ball. And they're over the line here. Tom Gilbert held up. $10 meters out. The Dolphins. 2 tackles left. Nikorima heads across field. He's got Katoa who drops it off for Lemuelu. 5th and last. With 2 minutes to go. Katoa spills it. Katoa spills it, and I did the right thing by cashing out. I cashed out, doubled my money. Happy birthday to me. $24 points to 12, a minute and a half remaining. My cash out was 100 and something dollars, $114. $141. $141 cash out. Through the hands now, the Panthers down the short side. Mind you, if Benefuaki scores a try before the end of the game, I've cost myself $9,500. There's now space for the Panthers, but they don't know what to do with it, do they? Once again, wrapped up. 5th and last. just over halfway. Cleary inside for Talagi. Throws the pass out to nobody. Schneider collects it on the bounce to McLean. Back for Cleary. Puts the grubber kick through. And the Dolphins are there to collect it. And the Hammer's in a little bit of open space. Hammer's got big open space now. Hammer straight up the middle. And the Hammer will score. Just to put a gigantic exclamation mark on this game. The Hammer scores under the post. Right on the stroke of full time. And the Dolphins have officially decimated the Panthers here. 28-12, kick to come. And it's been on the back of defense. This might seem like a weird thing to say about a team that's about to score 30 points, but their attack tonight has been really shoddy. The Dolphins have won this game on defense, believe it or not. All their tries, every single one, has been against the run of play from over the halfway mark. Pretty much every single try has been long range. The Dolphins have won this game on defense. And as I said, I know that might sound crazy considering the scoreline, but just look at the stats. Look at the statistics. And the Dolphins have no right to be up by this much. Defense wins premierships. Defense wins matches. Dolphins are about to smoke the four-time premiers. 30 points to 12. And the Hammer, he just needed confidence. I did say at the top of the stream, now that he's broken the drought, look out for him tonight. I thought he'd only score one. He's ended up scoring 72. Katoa puts it over. I mean, oh, God damn it, Asako. I mean, why do I keep getting Asako and Katoa confused? Can anyone explain that to me? Is there a reason, apart from me being a stupid idiot, is there any reason that I may continuously get Jermaine Asako and Isaiah Katoa confused? Is it simply that I'm so used to number sevens taking conversions? Is it as simple as that? All night long, I got Asako and Katoa confused. Bizarre. 30 points to 12. The Dolphins have absolutely smoked the Panthers. Gina Ferracini is asking Captain Redbeard if he's American. Captain Redbeard's from up north. He's a cowboy. Why do I feel like I had more to say there, but it didn't come out? Interesting. 30 points to 12. The Dolphins, can you believe it? Oh, you're from Harvey Bay, but live in Victoria. Oh. Okay. I didn't know that. Last year, Captain Redbeard, I did just an experimental tour to New South Wales and to Melbourne. Now, I realise Melbourne's not Victoria. I understand Melbourne is not Victoria. But yeah, I did an experimental tour last year. I went to New South Wales. I went to Melbourne. I could have hit you up to be part of the crowd. If I understand Victoria is a big place. Forza says, I think the downfall of the Panthers starting to catch up. Look, honestly, I'm not writing off the Panthers until I see them at full strength. If the Panthers get a full strength 18 out there and still lose, to teams like the Dolphins, I'll put a line through them. I'm not willing to put a line through them just yet. They've obviously got their backs against the wall. But, I mean, ultimately, this is what the salary cap was intended to do. Nobody is supposed to win 4 in a row. Nobody is supposed to win 2 in a row. That's what the salary cap was meant for. Because if you've got a premiership winning team, everybody in your team goes up in contract value, right? I mean, this is pretty simple stuff. I don't think I'm saying anything that everybody doesn't already know. But this is the way the salary cap is supposed to work. You've got a limit on how much you can spend on your top 30 players. Your top 30 players win a premiership, they all go up in value. So when their contract comes up, they're worth more. Common sense. Nobody's supposed to win 2 in a row, let alone 4 in a row. So the fact that the Panthers have done what they've done in the salary cap era, and honest to God, I'm telling you, if the Panthers have their full strength team available, they're still top 8. They're still a premiership threat. If they sneak into the top 8, oh, hang on, hold that thought, because Dolphins on TikTok, Dolphins on top, has just sent a TikTok and a heart me. And we have to stop and salute that. Thank you so much. Dolphins on top over there on TikTok. Cheers, mate, for sending that through the TikTok and the heart me. So that's what the salary cap was designed to do. There's absolutely no way the Panthers should have won 4 in a row. Salary cap was specifically introduced to stop that from happening. But if the Panthers get the top, if they get their top team in, fully fit, if they sneak into the top 8, I'm telling you this right now, a full strength Panthers at the back end of the year into the top 8, we might just see the first time in the NRL era that a team from outside the top 4 wins the premiership. It depends. Full strength Panthers sneak into the 8, win their way through the finals, into the grand final against the Melbourne Storm. Melbourne Storm still win. Melbourne Storm still win. Penrith Panthers sneak into the top 8, fight their way through, and the Melbourne Storm get upset by somebody in a preliminary. Panthers are a chance. Panthers are still a chance. We're in round 6, basically. We're in round 6. It's too early to be writing anybody off, especially a team that has not been full strength all year yet. Forza says, before that, Josh Thompson says Panthers had no clue, no set plays, no depth, just volleyball. 100%. Yep, there was a lot of inexperience out there for the Panthers tonight. A lot of young players that are still learning their trade. There was a lot of panic plays tonight. We saw it, and I hate to name names, but Mr. Twerble has sent through. Mr. Twerble on TikTok has sent a mullet. Okay, so that's why you said I'm. Well, you know, I've got the long hair. I've already got the long hair going. I could let the long hair out and get the mullet going. It could happen. I could have myself like a black Ryan Pappenhausen cut. Ryan Pappenhausen, of course, bleaches it blonde. I could just have a dark black hair Ryan Pappenhausen cut. How about that? Wouldn't that be interesting? Fins up. Dolphins on top with another rose and another TikTok. Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate. On my birthday as well. I mean, happy birthday to me. I cashed out my multi and doubled my money Now we've got roses and TikToks and mullets and all kinds of things coming through there on TikTok. Cheers, TikTokers. See, YouTube. TikTok destroying you with the with the donations tonight. Except for Brandon Barker. Brandon Barker on YouTube. He's a channel member. Cheers, Brandon. Rec Tub 91 says Panthers are done. Oh, I'm not writing anybody off. Honestly, we're 6 rounds in. What would you say? Would it be fair to say you've got to get 13? You've got to get, well, at least 13. 13, 14 wins. Get you on the edge of the 8. I mean, the Panthers are surely winning 13 or 14. And can I throw this out there? Just for all the naysayers. Look, I'm a Shark supporter, okay? I'm a Cronulla Sharks supporter. That's my team, unfortunately. Yeah, we suck this year. We're terrible. But can I throw a curveball out there for everybody that's writing the Panthers off this season? Let me just say, their injuries are testing their depth at the moment. Injuries are testing the Panthers' depth like no other time over the past 4 or 5 years. This will only benefit them come Origin time. Because think about State of Origin. When State of Origin rolls around, Cleary will be gone. To'o will be gone. Edwards will be gone. Martin will be gone. Yo will be gone. I mean, half their team will be gone. They have now been forced into a situation where half of those players have been out injured to start the season anyway. Nathan Cleary's missed a couple of weeks. Edwards has missed 3 weeks. To'o is still out injured. Mitch Kenny's out at the moment. Sorensen's only just come back. So they've had to play without these star players anyway. I'm just throwing this out there. Excuse me. Maybe this could benefit them come Origin time. Potentially. They're going to have to learn to play without these players anyway. They've been forced into a situation where some of these youngsters have been given experience that was never intended. Injuries have put them out there. So come Origin time, I'm just saying, this might ultimately benefit them in the long run. If we think long term, obviously short term, shithouse. If you're a Panthers supporter and you just look short term, terrible. You don't want to look at it. Turn away. It's all too much. But looking long term throughout the course of the season, this is valuable experience for these young fellas that are coming through the squad that will have to prop the team up during the Origin period. And Origin is now, 6 weeks away? At most, 6 or 7 weeks away, Origin. You would expect the Panthers to start losing teams. I mean, losing teams. You would expect the Panthers to lose some games over the Origin period. What I'm saying is they actually might not this year. They actually might not. These youngsters have been given valuable experience that will just be so beneficial for them come Origin period where they have to step up. I don't know. I could be wrong. I quite often am. It wouldn't be for the first time. I've been predicting the Raiders to win this wooden spoon for the past 7 years. They never have. I'm quite often very wrong. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. And the bright side of life suggests it's not all doom and gloom for the Panthers. This could actually benefit them in the long run. Melville McLucky says, could my mighty Eels beat them? At the moment, yes. That question was actually raised to me shortly after the halftime break. Who would the Panthers beat at the moment? And I suggested the Panthers at the moment, in this current understrength form, would beat the Sharks. As much as I hate to say it as a Shark supporter. But the Sharks are just headless right now. Panthers would beat the Sharks. They would beat the Titans. They would beat the Raiders. And I'm struggling to think. My reason for saying so is that the Panthers, and I appreciate the fact that it's a very different looking Parramatta side. It's a very different Parramatta side as well. But the Eels were always a little bit of a bogey team for the Panthers, even when they were at the top of their game. The Panthers are clearly not at the top of their game right now. Injuries aside, not at the top of their game. Bogey team, despite no Zach Lomax, no Mitchell Moses. I believe in curses. I believe in bogeys. I think that the Eels would sneak a win. I really do at the moment. I do honestly think the only teams the Panthers will beat in present form are Raiders, Titans, Sharks. Yep. And the Eels have now remembered how to win. And can I also just take this opportunity? This stream is obviously not about the Eels. This stream is all about Dolphins versus Panthers. But can I just say, we found out that Zach Lomax is out long-term with a broken foot. No, not your fault, Melville. My fault for getting into it. Zach Lomax is out with a broken foot. Son of a bitch, with a broken foot, kicked his team to victory. That's guts. That's respect. That is Origin worthy. Now, look, he's injured long term. He may not make the Origin squad this year on the back of injury. But I'm just saying, like, that. I always said Zach Lomax is an Origin player. That's an example of what I mean. Broken foot and kicks the team to victory. Incredible. Now, he might not have actually used the said broken foot to kick the goal, but you've still got to plant off the other foot. And if you've ever tried planting off a broken foot before, god damn, forget about it. Forget about it. Brandon Barker says, Dan, do you mind if I offer you some advice to boost your YouTube views? Lomax news, good for Tigers. Is that the advice? Captain Redbeard says, absolutely full respect to Lomax. Hope he has a speedy recovery. See, everyone loves the Lomax. Everyone loves Zachary Lomax. How could you not? Simple as that. Anyway, I did the right thing. I cashed out. On my multi. 3 of the 4 legs done. So I cashed out for 141.78. Cashing out, getting the job done. Captain Red Bear says you never like an injury, no matter who the player is. Exactly right. Exactly right. You never like an injury, no matter who the player is. I mean, at the end of the game, at the end of the day, these are real people. Now, look, some of them are probably complete dicks. Some of them probably really dickheads. But we don't know that. But as people don't deserve to be out of a job, basically. Unless they're dickheads. Dickheads probably. I might be the only person on YouTube that could stand here and argue with myself. I could start an argument and counter argument with myself for like 5 minutes. Never cash out. Well, okay. Considering the last leg that I needed was Finafuaki, anytime try scorer, and there were 2 minutes left on the clock, and they were offering me over double my money, I think in that situation you cash out. I love the sentiment, though. I usually say never cash out, especially when you've got a free bet, which is what I had tonight. I essentially had a free bet. It was up to $50 cash back if any leg fails. So I went crazy. I went crazy with my picks to boost the price. But yeah, it was Finafuaki was not scoring a try in the last 2 minutes. Obviously, I would have felt terrible if he did, but no, it didn't seem likely. I did the right thing in retrospect by cashing out. Got myself out of there, got myself a nice little over double my money on my birthday. Yeah, see, Hammer to score 3 tries. If I had Hammer to score 3 tries, I wouldn't have cashed out. If Asako was in that multi, I wouldn't have cashed out either. Or Bostock. If there was a likely try scorer, but just the way that the game was going and everything, Finafuaki was not scoring. They gave me a really, really good cash out offer in the situation, and I took it. I took it. If I had anybody else in the multi but Finafuaki, like some of the names that I mentioned, I definitely would have let it ride. I put Finafuaki and Moses Leota in to boost the value. It was a $50 stake for a $9,500 return. So I knew it was out there. I knew it was very unlikely. It was very out there. It probably wasn't going to happen. Moses Leota got given the gift of all gifts. I'm pretty sure that Jack Bostock and Two Smoking Barrels knew that it was my birthday. So he kicked the ball back in field for Moses Leota to score and give me a nice little birthday present. So I took that cash out. But normally, I'm 100% on board with you. Let it ride. Let it ride. Robert M. Ahoy, mate. Robert M. says, who would you back in the first game tomorrow for first try scorer? Jim Condon. Ahoy, mate. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes, everybody. I very much appreciate it. Okay, so first game tomorrow is Dragons, Titans. Oh, okay. First try scorer. Definitely a dragon. Definitely a dragon. Oh. Tui Pelotu's been a beast, hasn't he? Tui Pelotu's been a beast. He'd be hard to go past. What's he paying? First try scorer. $8. Gutho, there's a couple of votes for Gutho. Robert M says Gutho on YouTube. Melville McLucky says Gutho on TikTok. Hey, there you go. Melville McLucky. Lucky is in the name. Maybe lucky is the result as well. Clint Gutherson's paying $10 for first try. Holmes, Sewer, and Campbell. Anytime try. 3-leg multi. I like that, actually. I like that. What's that paying? Anytime try. And I might throw. I'd be keen to throw Tui. I want Tui Pilotu in my multi. I like Sewer and Campbell though. Let's see. If I do Campbell, Sewer, and Val, that is. Okay. Oh, okay. Three legs at 25. Those are some good odds. Those are some good odds. All right. What if I put in, if I add Tui Pilotu, that obviously sends it through the roof, $43. Okay, if I remove Jaden Sewer and put Tui Pilotu in, $11.50. We could do some combos. We could do some combo bets. I'll look into that a little bit further, but I love that foundation. That is a beautiful foundation. I reckon if I combo Sewer with somebody, I'd be a lot happier with that. I think that's a great foundation to start with, though, and I will definitely explore that for the first game tomorrow. Yeah, Holmes, Sewer combo. Jaden Campbell. I might put Campbell in a combo as well. Yeah, I'll look into that for sure. Brandon Barker, you haven't worked a day in 10 years. Lucky you. I haven't properly worked a day my entire life, to be honest. I hope that all my old bosses are not on this. If any of my old bosses are on the stream, they might look to sue me for time lost or something with me announcing that on a live stream. All right, I'm going to have a quick break and we'll be right back to wrap everything up here on the Waste to World of Sports.
Welcome to the Waste to
Right
World
back.
of Sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play. Blaize the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted World of Sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pass last from the kickoff to the final whistle blow. We'll take the 2 and we're...
Oh, yes. Wow, 30 points to 12. 30-12. For those who might just be tuning in, my God, yes, that score is correct. 30 points to 12. The Dolphins decimating the Panthers. I still don't quite understand how, because the Dolphins statistically were well and truly out of that game. But as DJ Shaq said, so rightfully so, the only thing that matters is the scoreboard. And on the scoreboard, it was a very comprehensive win for the Dolphins. I don't think that tells the true story, though, but it's the record books don't have the type of analysis that we have available to us having watched the game, right? The record books just say Dolphins 30, Panthers 12. Brandon Barker says, any of my old bosses will say how much money I made them. I wish they gave me more, though. Well, you've obviously got nice old bosses. Yeah, my old bosses, for a majority of the time, dollars dollars make the world go round. And in fairness, they're probably not wrong, but they would never ever acknowledge just how much money I made them. They would focus solely on the money that I cost them by not putting in 100% effort all the time, if you know what I mean. If you understand what I mean. Hammer, a front runner. Panthers made him look good. He's been average. He has been average up until like last week. He broke the shackles. But I think a bit harsh. A little bit harsh on the hammer there, I think. The Panthers in general, though, definitely helped the Dolphins along tonight. The Dolphins had more errors for the most part, but it was the game situation. The game situation. It was when the Panthers were handing the ball over. I mean, there were some interesting calls there tonight. Now, I'm certainly not suggesting for 1 second that the Panthers threw that game. That is not the situation at all. And not for 1 second am I suggesting at any point there the Panthers weren't trying to win. I just couldn't help but notice a few times there, especially towards the back end of the game where it was clear that it was over. Couldn't help but notice that Nathan Cleary kind of took a bit of a backward seat to Blaize Talagi. And the reason that I bring that up is just going back to what I was talking about earlier about how Origin period, this experience for the youngsters will be, this forced experience through injuries will be very valuable to the Panthers around Origin time. And I just wonder if it was like, game's over. Let's see what Blaize does in this situation. And obviously, it cocked up. Jenkins cocked up a couple of times. McLean cocked up a couple of times. Alamotti was horribly out of position for one of Cleary's passes that it hits him on the chest because he knows he's got that connection with Nathan. He knows what's coming. Crazy stuff. You just said, DJ Shaq just said, happy birthday, Dan. And then, yes, everyone, I can speak Japanese. In Japanese. Very nice. Hey, you know a Japanese word that I know? And this will probably be very unsurprising. Incredibly unsurprising. Japanese word that I know, Kampai. Kanpai, everybody. It's not the only Japanese word I know, but the other Japanese word that I know is probably an inappropriate story for the live stream. Let's just leave that one exactly where it is. Yes, indeed. All right, Wasted Water Sports, 30 points to 12. Dolphins have screwed up probably a lot of perfect rounds already. Game number 1 for this weekend. And some perfect rounds are done and dusted. My full weekend multi has been done. I'm going to have to put that on again because I do like my other bets. So these are the other legs that I've got happening that I might now have to put a remainder on. Let's see. What have we got? Combined pending legs for 53. Well, I did just cash out for a nice big double the money, so I might just combine the remaining legs here. So the remaining legs are, God, where are we? The remaining legs are Dragons head-to-head over the Titans. Roosters with the plus 14.5 line against the Show Ponies. Manly with a 6.5 line. Rabbitohs head-to-head. Eels with a 6.5 line. Storm head-to-head. Tigers head-to-head. If I combine the pending legs, since the Panthers just balls me up on this one, it's $53. So since I cashed out for over double my money, might throw down on the remaining legs. All right. Anyways, Waste World of Sports. Thank you so much. Very much appreciate your company as always. And we'll catch you tomorrow for the doubleheader Friday night footy. Until then, cheers.
Where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play. But it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. They're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and tank pants. Last from the kickoff to the final whistle blow, we'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques. Just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll wait a roll, from sideline jokes to post-match tales. All big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our skies. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Oh, wasted world of sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer.